majority of social progress has been made by people who are not part of the majority population. The women's suffrage movement, LGBTQ rights, etc., have all typically been led by people who are in the minority of the groups being affected. Typically people who are black, trans, etc. And the reason for that is that once you have one part of your demographic that's part of the majority, one part of your personal demographic that allows you to feel any form of that higher level of privilege, you get scared because you don't want to lose what you have. You know that the right thing to do is to be part of a movement, to make things better for other people, but you're scared that the powers that be will retaliate in some way against you. And while this effect isn't as extreme as it has been over the last 100+ years, in the modern day, there is less of a reason than ever before to be scared about that. We have laws and systems and governments in place to make it so that people can fight back, can push back. I know that a lot of people in my parents' generation still held the mentality of like, well, that's not my fight, that's not my problem. And as a society, we have to start moving away from that mindset. And a lot of older people have started to see the light in this regard. But for example, when we fight for nurses, when we fight for them to have a fair wage, we're not just fighting for nurses, we are fighting for quality healthcare. That affects everybody. When we fight for trans rights, we're not just fighting for the ability for trans people to be loved and respected, but for the future of trans people, people who have not been born yet, to have that same level of love and respect. When we fight to fix institutional racism and institutional discrimination, we're not just fighting for the people who are living now who are being affected by it. We're fighting for all of us because we know that diversity is a strength. We know that whether it's a business or in a government, places that have more diversity, whether it's gender or race or religion, etc., they perform better. There are better outcomes for everybody. So we have the knowledge now. Yes, it is our fight. Every fight is our fight. And when we see those members of marginalized communities taking the first steps to fight against an injustice, we should listen to them. And we need to back them up. Because even if you want to be selfish about it, making this world a better place for everybody also makes it a better world for you.